Okay, so this is the second video for this assignment, and here comes with the question B, all right? With reference to the sources, assess the effectiveness of the suggestion in the source 2 in solving the public health problem mentioned in source 1. All right, again, the common procedure that you have to do. Basically, you have to find out the keywords, right? So probably you will just like what Mr. Chu just did. That would be to circle the effectiveness suggestion in source 2 that they are the keywords. But pay attention. Many of the students overlook the major target. We call it major target of the policy that you're going to evaluate of the question. All right. So public health problem. Perhaps you might see that there is no need to find out this word or define this word, but I'm telling you, this is very important at the beginning of the answer. You have to answer the markers of what does it mean by public health problem. All right. So the public health problem right here will be the chronic disease, okay, which is actually echoing the question A of the Hong Kong people caused by insufficient sport or exercise, and the second will be imbalanced diets. So this will be the public health problem. So if the question asks you, all right, about the suggestion, whether the suggestions are effective on solving the public health problem, so basically you have to harbor this chronic disease concretely, all right, the concept or the chance behind the public health problem more concretely. Okay, so the question there are basically in offer you two suggestions. All right, the first one will be the healthy exercise for all campaign that the Hong Kong government will do 18 districts and cooperate with the sport association to have the large scale activities like a water carnival and the stair climbing. All right. And there is some TV announcement as well. All right. The second one will be the for schools, for education. The Education Bureau will encourage the student to do the healthy eating plan. All right, which is which as well as to cooperate with the food suppliers to provide some healthy food as well. Okay, so probably you can find out that these two suggestions have one similarities. What is it? Yes, perhaps the common features of these two measures is basically they both focus on encouragement, all right? Focus on encouraging people to do something or promoting the awareness or sensitivity of the people, all right? Of course, basically the measures focusing on the encouragement is good, promoting the awareness is good, but are they effective? That will be questionable, right? Okay, so get back to the questions. If in the public exam techniques, I would say the questions ask you about the effectiveness. Most likely, they will involve something effective and something ineffective. That means, concisely speaking, most of the suggestions are always effective to a certain extent. Because actually the question always requests you to have the both sides mindset. You are able to stand on both sides. Good, bad, pros, cons, effective, ineffective, feasible, not feasible. All these captions, suggestions, or policies in the questions are always involve both sides. There will be no such suggestion which are fully effective or fully ineffective that will narrow the students or swaying the student to the one single side. That is impossible. So basically you have to bear in mind that if the question asks you about effectiveness, you have to sort out both effective ways and ineffective ways. If we talk about the effectiveness, basically, there are some common criteria. Perhaps you might find them useful, all right? So if we talk about, whether the policy is effective, the first of all, will look at whether the people having the incentive, enough incentive to follow the measure or to follow the policy. That is one. Okay. What does it mean by incentive right here? There must be something which is beneficial to them, or something which is attractive or appealing to them. I take one example. If you would like to ask the people to be more environmentally friendly by saving the plastic bag, first thing that you need to do will be costing them money. All right. Nowadays, people need to give $1, all right, for buying for having the plastic bag when they buy stuff from the stores, right? So that is what we call incentive, all right, to use something which is appealing or beneficial to sort of force you or encourage you to do, all right. The second thing, all right, would be whether it has a wide coverage, all right. Is it wide enough? Coverage of the policy will be mainly talking about how many people or how large that the policy will cover it, all right. I take one example, plastic bag navy scheme, all right. Again, perhaps the people would say that the plastic bag navy scheme only focus on the plastic bag, okay, but not all the paper bags. But we can't deny that the paper bags are also, environmentally unfriendly as well. But the policy only focus on the plastic bag because they don't want to raise so much discounting from the businessmen. So limited coverage will be also causing the effectiveness undermined. The third thing will be, apart from incentive coverage, the third thing will be whether it is appropriate, okay, the appropriateness. So appropriateness is quite essential right here. So if we talk about the appropriateness of the policy, we have to look at the root cause, okay, whether it could, deal with the root cause of the problem, okay? So these are the three major common criteria that you can think about for the effectiveness, all right, evaluating effectiveness. So let's just look at the question once again, all right? So basically, we have two kinds of promotion. The first promotion will be doing some large-scale activities such as water carnival, stair climbing. Another promotion will be for school, okay, such as encouraging people to do the healthy eating plan. Why this is also the promotion? Because this is encouraging. That means which is not forced and compulsory. So we can actually define most of the non-compulsory or optional policy as a policy for promotion. Okay, so whether they are effective, of course, the effective areas that you can sort out for both policy will be they both, for sure, to a certain extent, can enhance the health awareness of the people, right? Because at least, for those participants who join the activity or campaign, they will know the relevant message that they're presented by the organizer. Yes, but in effective ways, might be many. Okay, if we just look at the criteria, all right. So the first thing that we can look at will be whether the people have incentive to follow. All right. Basically, as what I said right here, there's no compulsory act. It is not compulsory at all. Say, at school, basically the students are only encouraged to do so. That means there is no punishment for the students who are not following the policy, all right? So basically, not compulsory, incentive, very limited, and we can predict that the people won't really care about the message or the policy. The second thing that we can consider will be the coverage, all right? So basically, we know that the first promotion, the first activity will be for general public, right? It is, organized by Department of the Health, which is territory-wide scale, right? But we can't target or we can't name any concrete target group, all right, from the general public, such as employees, okay? All right. Do we have a targeted campaign for the employees, given that these activities are mostly held on holidays? But can we guarantee that all employees are available on holidays? Perhaps they need to have, OT, or they need to have extra work in the holidays. So basically, we can't guarantee whether the employees can join the activity or not. All right. Probably you can see these campaign will be mainly for the people such as housewives or the retired person who are relatively more freer, okay, or relatively more mobilized, more free, okay, in some sense, okay. But for the employees, which having a very busy life, that could be very difficult. So if we can't include these employees, can we say the coverage is good enough? Perhaps no. The second promotion will be mainly for the students, all right, the school, okay, because one of the stakeholder, without a doubt. But what about parents? Again, most of the parents are employees, right? Are they able to get the message by joining the activity? What about teachers? All right. Do we have some measures to ensure the teachers will also follow the healthy eating style? Perhaps you probably know that most of your subject teachers are quite busy with having a normal meal in lunchtime. They probably will cram the food within the 5 minutes, just like what I always do, because they have different kinds of meeting coming along. These will be also a very important stakeholder at school as well. But is the policy covering this two group of people? I doubt. So right here, the second one, coverage limited, perhaps the effectiveness will be surely therefore doubtful. And the third one, as what I introduced here, about the appropriateness, which is also one of the common criteria for effectiveness. So appropriateness will be focused on the root cause, right? And the root cause right here, we can define that the public health problem, diabetes, chronic disease, the root cause will be the lack of awareness, right? Lack of awareness. Perhaps they are not really aware enough. The caption suggestions, of course, they are surely able to promote some health sense, such as doing more exercise, physical exercise, to have more healthy eating plans, dieting plans. Yes, but is it too positive, or is it really enough on just introducing the positive side, or just introducing what you should do? But what about what you shouldn't do? What about the side effects of being not able to follow the daily physical exercises and follow the healthy eating plan? So perhaps to make the message more alarming or more deterrent, so to speak, we have to make the message more clear by giving out more side effects or negative impacts of unhealthy diets, okay? Which is perhaps more alarming, okay? And the more alarming that the message is, perhaps the more influential that the activity would be on the people. So because of the absence of presentation of side effects, perhaps the policy might be ineffective in some sense as well. So basically in this question, 8 marks, you have 3 points as what I mentioned in the video 1, approximate 3 marks in each point, but you have 3 points altogether already, which is actually surely cover 8 marks, okay, more than enough. So basically you can consider sticking to my suggestion on attempting this question. This is about the question B of the summer assignment 2. Let me just remind you, please be punctual and try your best to, follow the videos and to make use of the time to complete off the assignments before the term starts. All right. This is Mr. Chris Chu, and very nice meeting you guys again. So if you have any question, please approach your LS teacher. Thank you.